Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly and welcome to another edition of Two Looks Tuesday. Today I'm super excited because I am going to do the L'Oreal Paris Enchanted palette. This is not a new palette, but it is new to me. I'm super excited to be getting into this. I wasn't sure which palette I was going to do today, but on the back here there are 4 different looks that you can do. So I am going to recreate all 4 of them. More than 2 looks, but for Two Looks Tuesday, I am going to do all of these to see if any of them are good. I have not done them. I've just been kind of doing my own thing and playing with this palette. But if you're super excited to see what these looks look like on a real person and not so much cartoon drawn, go ahead and stay tuned because we're going to jump right into the video. Okay, now that I have you zoomed in a little bit, I am going to go right down the column here, starting with the first one. It looks like this is the easiest, most uncomplicated, but I really thought this was really cool. They are all numbered here, so you do know what to put where. They do tell you crease and whatnots, but this is really, really nice, and I have not, like I said, I have not done these looks yet, and I'm kind of excited to see if maybe they're good, maybe they're not. But looking from the picture, I don't know why they do these cartoon characters. I can't really see what it looks like, but I guess it gives you a good idea where to put them. But let's see what they look like. We are going to start with the first one, which is called Sweet Spell. So we know this one, we are taking number 5 all over the lid, which is this one right here. And for that, I am going to take this brush, where'd it go? Right here. I've really been enjoying this one, and I think this is actually, is this a under the eye baking one? I'm not sure, but I don't use it for that. But this is really nice for packing on shadow, so we are taking this all over the lid. I just think it really adds the colors so quick, super easy. Really, really nice. And then it says to take number 9 on the outer corner and the crease, which is right, nope, on the side. It's right here, this brown one. That said outer corner and crease. For that, I'm going to take a fluffy brush right here. Lightly dip in here. The mattes are really powdery in this palette, which is fine. You just tap it off and you're really good. But they do blend well. They don't have fallout, so that isn't something that I worry about. I did not set my under eye, so we're okay. This is a really pretty shade. Kind of a pinky brown. I mean, it's not really red brown, I don't think. I think it's more of a peachy brown, which makes some sense for the palette. And I am taking this a little bit higher in the crease. There's nothing on the brush. I'm just kind of blending it upwards. I'm going to pack a little bit more on the outer just to pull in a little bit more color. So this is the first look that they call a Sweet Spell, which is, it's really nice. It's an everyday look. I have done something similar to this look, but not with these colors. I'm going to go ahead and do this other eye, put on some mascara, and maybe tightline a little bit with some eyeliner and see the finished look. I'll be right back. Okay, and here's the finished first look. This is look number 1, which is a Sweet Spell on the back here. This top one, 2 colors, simple, quick and easy, but it's very put together. It's very pretty. The outer corner is warmer than I usually do, but I do like it. It is still kind of peachy. I like it. It's very clean. It's simple. It's classic. I really have been enjoying these shimmer shades. It was a dry brush. It was a fluffy brush, which packed on the color. The shimmer is perfect. So this is the first look. I'm going to go ahead and wash this off, and we're going to get into the second look. Okay, I am back with fresh face and ready for the second look. The second look is called Once Upon a Time, and it does use 3 colors instead of 2 right here. This looks like another pretty classic look without doing it. Like I said, I haven't done any of these, so I'm not sure. You may see the same brushes. I am using this sponge right here to get all the pigment off from the previous colors in case you see the same brush, because I really do like this brush. Okay, for this one it says to use number 3 all over the lid, which is this one right here. This is one of my favorite shades in the palette, I will say that. I use this one often. But the pigmentation is so nice, and it wears really well. I can say this one all day wear. And I do not have my eyelids primed. I do just have, actually I'm not even using concealer today. I am just wearing the foundation as concealer. So periodically I will do that. I had lots of sleep last night, so I don't feel like I had to cover up anything. Anyways, so I don't have my eyelids primed, and I have used this without primer, so it does work really well. Next, it says on the outer half of the lid, we're going to use number 10, which is the shade down here. And I think I'm going to go in with the same brush right here. Number 10. Number 10 on the outer half of the lid. So I am just going to pack this, just kind of tapping the pigment on. That's a really pretty color. I am just a couple times going to go over that crease just to give it more of an ombre look. Next, it says to take number 11 on the outer corner and the crease, which is this center shade down here. So the outer corner and crease. And for that one, because I do have multiple colors on my eye, I am going to use this very small tapered brush. Definitely tapping off the excess. Just lightly tapping that outer corner. This is pretty much asking you to do the outer V or the outer 7. So that's why I went with this. I really, really have been enjoying this little brush. I think it's really great, especially when you're doing multiple colors, since I think a bigger brush would take up and cover a lot of that second shade that we laid down. So, and then I'm going to take a brush, a very big fluffy brush with nothing on it, just to kind of blend that crease shade up a little bit. And there's that. I did keep it pretty light, but I kind of feel like I like it light. It's very peachy berry. Is that right? Would you call it peachy berry? Anyways, this is the first look. I really do like it. I am going to zoom through this eye, put some mascara and some liner on. I think I might do my lower lash line too with, wow. We'll see. I'm going to zoom through this eye and I will be right back. Okay, and here is the finished second look. I really, really like this. I don't think I've done this look. Maybe, no, I don't think I have. No, absolutely not. I have not. This is, again, called Once Upon a Time. This is the second one right here. I like this. I like this quite a bit. I didn't smoke anything out on the lower lash line, and I did just hit, like, the outer, maybe quarter of my waterline with a little bit of liner, and just ever so slightly I colored a little bit above my lash line with a liner, and I didn't bring it all the way over into the corner, inner corner either. But I do like this look. I definitely will be wearing this again. I am only doing one coat of mascara just because I am wiping it off right away, but just, and they didn't curl very well, but I do like this look. It's very, very pretty, very, very simple, and it was very, very easy too. So I absolutely like it. I am going to wash this off and be back for a third look. Okay, I'm back for the third look today, and that is going to be Entrancing Flame, which has 4 colors right here. Oops. I'm kind of excited to see this one. We get to do a little bit more. Okay, I'm not sure if you're supposed to do these in the order they have them listed or the order that you like, but I'm just going straight down the line with how they have them listed. And it has us start with the brow bone and inner corner using number 1, which is this shade way up here. And I'm going to go in with kind of a smaller dome brush. Just lightly packing that on and then tapping off the excess. And I am just going to hit the brow bone. My eyebrows need to be attended to. I apologize. And then also the inner corner. I like this shade. It's kind of pearly, but yet kind of matte. It's not super, super pearly, but it does, if you pack it on, have a shift to it. So it is very pretty, and I really like it. Next it has us using number 4 on the inner half of the lid. Number 4, which is right here. This matte pinky shade. And I am going to take kind of a smaller shadow brush. I'm going to pack this on the inner half of the lid. This is a really, really pretty pale pink. It almost has like a skin tone, but pink shift to it. On myself anyways. But it is a very, very pretty shade. I have used this as an all-over lid shade, and you can build this up to where you would like the pigment, which is what I did. Next, it has us do the outer half of the lid with number 7, which is, oops, other side, which is right below it, right here. And I'm going to take a flat shadow brush right here. And just packing that on. I do find when I want a lot of pigment to come through that just kind of stippling it on really does bring the color through a lot more than just kind of swiping it, smearing it. I'm just very lightly tapping in there and going to mainly stipple there, but then really just a couple quick, I'm gonna kind of ombre it together. Then next it has us doing the outer corner, the crease, and the lower lash line with number 6, which is the shade right here. So outer corner, crease, and lower lash line. Wowie zowie. Alright, I'm going to start with the outer corner, and I'm just going to use a tapered brush for that. just kind of stipple that on the outer and build up the pigment until it's there. Isn't much darker than the shade that we just went in, that pink shade. And I am building this straight up to the brow bone, and then I'm just going to run whatever's left on the brush into the crease here. A little bit higher than my natural crease. And then I am going to buff this up. Almost laying right on top of my brow bone. Okay, and then it says to take that on the lower lash line as well. So I'm going to take a very small tapered brush. Dip in there, tapping off the excess. And running this the full lash line, right? The corner only has, or the picture only has about 2/3, I'd say. So I think I'm going to only take it to the excuse me, the 2/3 of the way. So just 2/3 of the lower lash line. I suppose if you wanted the whole lash line you could, but I'm just gonna kind of follow the picture. Okay, here is the finished eye. I'm going to zoom through this eye, and I will be right back with mascara and liner on. Okay, and here is the finished third look. Again, this is called Entrancing Flame. I really like this eye look. I haven't really done anything, I don't think, like this. I did use that number 6 shade they had us use, and it is a shimmer shade, and I typically don't like shimmer shades in my crease just because my eyes are a little bit hooded, and it kind of, the light reflection kind of pulls it forward. But when I used that big fluffy brush right here, this one, it kind of buffed away a lot of that shimmer. So if there is a kind of shimmery shade that you want to use on the crease and you want to kind of get rid of a lot of that shimmer, try just a regular flat brush. Just keep going over it until you get the shimmer gone, but the pigment does stay. So I really, really like this look. It is very, very peachy. I am kind of still new to color, but it isn't so far out of my comfort zone that I don't like it. So I like this. What do you guys think? So I'm going to wash this off and we're going to get on with the fourth look. Okay, I'm back with a blank canvas and ready for the final look that is on the back here. This one is called Foolish Pleasure. It does have 4 shades that they use, but it is a little bit different. It does look like they are doing a halo eye. So that is really exciting to see that they did many different looks. Some of them easier than the others, but some of them completely different. Instead of the ombre fade, we're going to do now one of the halo eyes. Okay, so this one has an all over lid using number 2, which is the shade right here. And I am just going to go in with kind of a flat shadow brush This is a really soft matte color. It is pretty much my skin tone, but it is really pretty. It does lighten my lid a little bit when it is just worn on its own. So it's very good base. Next, it has us go in to the crease with number 8, which is this shade right here. It's another matte shade. It is camel color. I am just going to take a big domey brush for the crease shade, tapping off the excess. These brushes do pick up quite a bit of pigment. Just kind of starting low in my natural crease and then buffing that up just a little bit higher up to my brow bone just so that you can see it. This is a really, really pretty color. I've worn this color also quite a bit, just all over the lid, and blended up just a little bit into the crease. Okay, next it has us going in with number 12, which is the last shade here. And we are doing the inner and outer corners as well as the lower lash line. So that, I think, I'm going to do a kind of small domey brush for that one. Tapping off the excess, so outer lid. That really packs a punch. And the inner. As well as the lower lash line. And I am going to go in with kind of a fluffy smudger brush for that one. I do want to keep it somewhat tight to the lash line. This shade is so pretty, and it does have us doing the whole lash line. So this is definitely more of an evening date look, I think. Make sure you meet those two up. Okay, was that it? Outer corner, inner, outer corners, lower lash line. Okay, because I know that they are doing a halo eye, I do have preference to meet these two up low in the natural crease. So just above the mobile lid, I am, whatever was left on my brush, I am just gonna kind of join them together. And then I'm gonna go back in to the brush we used for the crease. Wow. Total brain fart on that one. And I'm just gonna blend those two together. Make sure that there's no distinction between the two. Soften that side too. I really like these brushes. I don't have anything like them, which is really strange, but those blended together really nice. Next, we are going into number 5, and it says to use that on the center of the lid. So number 5 right here, kind of a goldy champagne color. And I am going to take a small kind of flat shadow brush, detail brush maybe. I am just going to pat this in the center of the lid here. And then I'm going to take the domey brush that we use for the inner outer and just kind of rub those two together to blend them together as well. Okay, that is all they have us doing. I'm going to go through and do the same to this other eye, add some mascara and some eyeliner, and I'll be right back. Okay, and here is the finished fourth look for today. Super bonus. Got 2 extra looks out of today's video, and I'm going to do some quick thoughts on this because I have been using this for a couple weeks now. I thoroughly enjoy this. I think the pigmentation in this palette is fantastic. The staying power is great. Like I said, I've used it with just concealer. Today I've just used foundation as a base. I've used an eye primer, and these wear beautifully all across the board. I really, really like these. I love the eye look suggestions on the back here. This is the first time I've done any of these. This is definitely more of a evening out kind of look, but to be able to get this many looks out of this, and I haven't even used these, and yet I've been wearing it for like every day. I love this palette. I haven't stopped using it. So I really like this palette. I definitely think it's worth the $15. If the peach smell does bother you, you might want to skip on it because it definitely does have a smell. I don't think it lasts throughout the day though, so it is something to think about though if you don't like scents. But I like this one. I think you get a really great range of mattes and shimmers, and like I said, there is a little bit of kick up and pan, but there's no fallout on your face, and they blend, and I love it. So I hope you guys had a fantastic day today. I hope you had a lot of fun with 2 extra bonus looks today on this 2 Looks Tuesday. Absolutely give this video a big thumbs up. Share with your friends so that we can have all of these makeup ideas ready at our hands with this fantastic palette. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!